Hello and welcome. In this session we are going to look at one of the important aspect of Drupal, what is called taxonomy. It sounds very complicated. It's nothing. Taxonomy is nothing but grouping your information into different categories. For example, a population can be categorized into old people, young people, children, male, female, things like that. So basically grouping of this information is called taxonomy. So in taxonomy there are two things. One is called the vocabulary and terms. Let's look at examples of taxonomy. For example, this is a motorcycle sales site. In here you can search for different bikes, select the make and also the model. So you can narrow down to a particular model and also price, so on. Search on it. It brings out all the things categorized into this particular make and model. Now this is nothing but a taxonomy, so to speak. So these larger grouping like make, model, price to these larger groupings, it is called vocabulary. And within that vocabulary, all of this is all the terms of that vocabulary. So in this model vocabulary, these things are all terms. What's interesting about this is what's called a controlled vocabulary. For users it is easy to find things in a controlled vocabulary. Now getting back to our site. So say for example this is an article and we added some tags to it, and the tags are added when we create the article. Let's edit that, and this is the tag. You can add things to it, right? This is what is called free tagging. This type of free tagging allows users to create whatever terms they want, and it is another way of finding things. But the problem with this free tagging is there can be typing errors. Say instead of Drupal, people can type DRUPEL or something like that. So that can be a problem. Tags like this can create problems because there may be typing errors and it won't be easy to find the exact term. Example of free tagging is like hashtags in social media. Twitter hashtagging is an example of free tags. But as you noticed, having what's called a controlled vocabulary like this is it is much easier to find things what you want using a controlled vocabulary. Drupal make use of this free tagging and a controlled vocabulary in the system. So let's see where this taxonomy feature is located. It's under structure and taxonomy. Help text says manage tagging, categorization and classification of your content. Click on that. It looks like we have two vocabularies already there. Drupal install the tags vocabulary as part of the Drupal installation. When you create articles, you add these free tags. This is what that is. All the tags you add when you create an article or pages, it goes into a list of terms. Click on the list of terms. These are the terms we used on our site at the moment. The forum vocabulary is created when we install the discussion forum, and the list of terms is all the different discussions forum we created within it. So let's look at the tags again, the free tags. Go back to the site and see this is an article, Drupal Site Me Conference, and all these tags, these are free tags. If you click on one of the tags, any tags with that conference will show up. At the moment we have only one. So in summary, this type of tags or what metadata is very important, is very helpful in creating relationship between contents and structuring our site. So it's always preferred to have a controlled vocabulary rather than free tagging. It is better to have a controlled vocabulary, something like this, so it is easy for users to find the information they are looking for. We can do that on our site. So that is a brief overview of what's taxonomy. It is just a categorization of information, and we are going to create some taxonomy in the next movie. Thank you for watching.